And welcome everyone to another episode of Dan Tony Sports. My name is Dan Snyder, joined tonight by Dan O'Shea, Tony Casper, and Dan Beebe. Gentlemen, how y'all doing tonight?
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Wunderbar.
That is good to hear. Tonight, we're going to start off in a little bit of an unusual way. We're going to start with a little bit of a story. So, we posted on Facebook, or I did anyways, that we stumbled upon a trivia this week and we won.
Yay!
So here's what happened, because it was the four of us and Christine. So Dan, Baby, Tony, and I, we were all planning on going out to the Tipsy Moose in Troy, just for a get together, friends hanging out, you know. And as I'm driving through the streets of Troy, I look over and I'm like, there's a naked dude on the streets. And Christine's like, that looks like Dan O'Shea. Is that Dan? I'm like, no, that can't be. He's been missing. Sure enough, it was Dan O'Shea. So what do? We get him some clothes, we take him with us, we get him some food, and we're shooting the shit. None of us have the wherewithal to ask him, where have you been? So we're eating dinner, happen to come upon a trivia game. We win because, of course we win, we're the best. And then as we're, collecting our prize and doing our photo shoot for being the best team, Tony, Dan Beebe, and I, we turn to grab the card and stuff, and then we turn back around, and Dan O'Shea's just fucking gone again.
Damn.
Like, what the hell? Were you abducted by aliens? Is that where you've been this whole time?
He's a wizard!
I'm just an international man of mystery. I can't let anybody get too close.
Oh, okay.
It's always dying.
Oh, and this has been Dan Tony Sports. Have a good life. No, we did have a really good time at the Tipsy Moose. We did win trivia.
Yep.
It was a lot of fun. And we're going to go back and we're going to defend our crown on Tuesday. So if you're listening and you're in the area, you want to see us at the Tipsy Moose, some of us are going to be there on Tuesday. All right.
Come try and win.
Yeah.
Bring it!
We ain't scared. We ain't
I'm a
scared at
little
all.
scared.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we got to sound tough, though.
Yeah, well done.
So I'm not scared. Anyways.
I mean, hey, our first time there, and we came away as champions, so that's pretty impressive.
It's pretty fucking good, if I do say so.
Concur.
Absolutely. Gentlemen, we got an awesome fucking show in store. And I just want to point out, it was the Tipsy Moose in Troy that we went to.
Yes.
Yes, Tipsy Moose in Troy. So if anyone from the Tipsy Moose in Troy is listening, your chili mac and cheese, fucking awesome. Thank you. We're going to be doing a lot of fun shit tonight on the episode. We're going to be talking college football.
Kind of.
Kind of, halfway. The season snuck upon us. I'm glad I had the wherewithal last week to think, how many weeks till college football? Oh, there's 5? Shit, let's do the previews.
That's fair. Thankfully you remembered that, but I only say kind of because
We're starting with the Big 12. They don't play defense.
they don't count.
Oh, man. So, to keep with the theme, we're going to do a vicious volley. And I told you guys it was going to be Big 12 themed. And I said, think outside of the box a little bit. Now, what do you guys think I'm going to have you do?
I don't know and I don't care and I research nothing. Because it's the Big 12 and it's dead to me.
There it is.
That's not true. You've done your research.
I've done nothing. Nothing of the sort. Absolutely not. I refuse to type Big 12 into the Google. I don't want it getting an uptick.
Then use Bing.
Is that even a thing still?
Yeah, it is. We use it at work.
Are you guys running low on money?
No, Google is free too.
Oh.
It's just my computer default search engine is is Bing. DMB, do you have any ideas of what I'm asking you guys for tonight?
I'd imagine it has something to do with the teams and maybe when they won conference titles. Would be my guess. I don't know. I can't imagine what kind of madness you got.
It's
Famous graduates from Big 12 schools.
strippers from Big 12, yeah!
Oh, I'm fucked.
No, I'm just kidding. Dan O'Shea, what's your guess?
Mascots?
Ooh, no, that would have been fun. But it's not mascots. So what we're gonna do tonight for our vicious volley, and I'm gonna start with you, Dan Beebe. There are 29 teams that Big 12 teams face out of conference this season.
Ugh.
Name those 29 teams, Dan Beebe.
Out of conference?
Out of conference.
Let's see. Who can we start with? Oregon. I don't know.
Oregon is not correct.
Damn.
Tony Casper.
I don't know. Fucking
Say Notre Dame.
Michigan.
Michigan is not correct. Dan O'Shea, if you get this right, you win.
Can he just win?
Oregon State.
Oregon State is correct.
Yes, that was just a complete guess.
That Google comes in handy, huh?
Bing.
Bang. So the 29 teams are Oregon State, Northern Iowa, Indiana State, James Madison, Montana State, Stephen F. Austin, Nichols State, Arkansas Pine Bluff, real fucking marquee teams.
I would have guessed none of these.
Louisiana Tech, Houston, Bowling Green, Missouri, University of Texas San Antonio, Coastal Carolina, South Dakota, McNeese State, LSU, UTEP, Boston College, Mississippi State, NC State, Tulsa, Iowa, always Iowa versus Iowa State, Purdue, Rice, UCLA, Arizona, Louisiana Monroe, and Southern Methodist University. What a fucking out-of-conference schedule, huh?
Woo! He said sarcastically.
That's...
So difficult. Such insane matchups.
Some of them are. Like, Iowa versus Iowa State is always fucking awesome, regardless of if the teams are good or not.
That's like the one out of like 29 that I'm excited for.
Well, I mean, whoever has to play LSU and Mississippi State, those should be decent games.
Yeah, assuming they're not the garbage barrel of the fucking Big 12, which is pretty much all of the Big 12.
They might as well just have Alabama play James Madison at this point, right?
Alabama plays Duke, so it's basically like they're playing James Madison.
That's adorable. Are they playing the Citadel again?
Probably.
The Citadel was beating them at the half last year.
Well, Vegas has to make some money on it.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got a lot more in store than just the Big 12. Tony, this is where you are going to come in handy tonight. We talked about this last week, or a couple weeks ago, I think, actually. New York State, as of Tuesday, has legal sports gambling as Rivers Casino has opened up their sports book. Give me very basic terminology. Explain to me how to gamble on sports.
Okay.
Talk to me like I'm 6.
There's 2 ways to go about it if you're going to do it in the state of New York. And this is not including online betting because that is not available in the state of New York as currently stands.
Boo.
Depending on your location and what they have available, I'm using Rivers as an example because they were the first ones allowed to open this week. You can either go to a kiosk, which will allow you to choose from an array of options, literally almost anything you can possibly think of if there's a line for it, and you can bet. You can make your own selections. You enter your money, you make your selections, you request print ticket. It will print out for you. It will show you what the amount that you bet and the amount that you could win. It will also allow you to, as you're placing your bet, see based on how much you're betting, what your payout could be as you're going through the process. You obviously can't bet on things that could go one way or another. You can't bet on the over and the under of a game that's the same game, because that's just fucking stupid. So it corrects you for being stupid.
So you can't bet like every horse in a race at Saratoga, so you end up losing money?
Exactly. It won't let you be fucking stupid. Now, if you are not sure what you're doing with betting, you can go to the window. Going to the window would mean going to somebody that is behind a counter. Now, if you are still unsure about your bets, the good thing is the people that are there to help you, and they will help you in placing your bet. So those are your options as far as placing a bet. Terminology that you need to know. Things that I said. For one, a line. A line is, let's start with money line. This is a bet in which the bettor simply has to pick the right team to win. So this is basically a pick-up. However, the payouts are less depending on the odds. Odds usually are posted. Here are examples I'm going to use. Dolphins, minus 160. This means that you have to wager $160 to win 100. Now, it could say Dolphins plus 160. This means that you would get $160 back if you betted $100.
So if I bet $100.
If it's plus. So let's say it's plus 225. If you bet $100, you would win $225.
On top of my original $100 bet?
Yes, because you're...
So I'd bring back $325.
$325.
Okay.
Bring back your bet. Now, if it's minus, let's say minus 200, you would have to bet $200 to win 100.
I bet $200, I get back $300.
Now, with the plus and the minuses, the best way to look at it is the favorite versus the underdog. The favorite will always be minus. The underdog will always be plus because you're taking the risk. Now, odds are typically the spread. The spread is an amount based on the score that a team is projected to win by. Now, you will see this as flat numbers. 3 points in a football game, that means they're going to win. This team is projected to win by a field goal. It can be something strange, 6.5. Obviously, that's not a realistic number for a team in a football game to obtain. So you're basically saying that they are going to win by a touchdown
And
or win by a touchdown or more. They obviously, if they get 6 and they win by 2 field goals, you don't win anything.
It's called a push, right?
No, that wouldn't be a push. It would be a push. Now, let's say that it is a field goal. If the team wins by the field goal, that is a push. You're saying that that's the amount that they need to win by. So you're saying they're going to win by